You ready? We ready? Oh yeah, we're back once again with a Halloween edition and unboxing of an unreleased, yet to be released Avengers Forever Marvel Heroclix brick. We also got some super rare figures from month 3 of 10 of Swords to go over, as well as some tarot cards, some participation prizes, some grand prizes, and tournament prizes. So if you don't know by now, it's your boy, the half-baked potato, slick, tricky Rick with Not Your Average Joe, the mayor of Heroclix Flavor, coming at you from the Psychic Warfare Studios in beautiful Wernersville, Pennsylvania.
You didn't talk about my costume.
I know. What is the costume?
I'm dressed as the twin of the mayor.
Oh, right.
Twin brother.
Twin brother of the mayor of Heroclix Flavor. Not Your Average Joe. So if you're ready, and we're finally ready, let's get this stream started, and let's get right to the figures. Today we had our month 3 grand finale of 10 of Swords storyline organized play. Today's tournament winner was OG Ken himself, but the grand prize winner was none other than Carnage Bruner Brandon. So
And by how it
was
tight.
literally 1 point separated first and second. So well played by everybody that showed up. We had 9 players today with 3 no-shows, but we were happy for the 9 players, and hopefully we'll see 9 players next week for our pre-release.
Or 10.
Or
12.
10, or 12, or more for our pre-release of Avengers Forever.
Not too many more.
Okay.
We won't have a problem.
Yeah. I think we can do up to
15.
15.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the participation prizes. Today we had Nimrod the Greater, which I believe
It wasn't a participation prize.
Yeah, this is a participation.
I thought that was I thought you opened him.
No, this is
Oh,
our participation. This
I
is
got
the
you.
winner.
So Nimrod, he's very hard to. I don't even know.
He is tiny. Let's be real.
Nimrod the Greater.
Yeah, and he has very little on his dial, but he has a whole card of text. So let's read what some of these traits do. Eliminating Homo Superior. When a friendly character with the Sentinel keyword is KO'd, give Nimrod the Greater a library token. Free, remove three, not 1, not 2, but 3 library tokens and choose an opposing character within range and line of fire. He has a range of 6.
I can't even get a good focus on that. That thing's tiny.
If you did, the chosen character can't use powers until Nimrod the Greater takes damage. And that's protected pulse wave. So if you want to do massive damage to this, to your opponent, and you can KO 3 friendly Sentinels, he's your boy. He also has another trait. It's called a living database, Outwit. When Nimrod the Greater starts the game, you may choose a friendly character with the Sentinel keyword, and when Nimrod the Greater uses Outwit, he may count range and line of fire from the square of the chosen character. So that's a pretty good telekinetic dynamite. He's only 25 points.
4 clicks for
4
25
clicks.
points.
Yeah.
That's a Joe dial.
That is a Joe dial. And that is everybody that participated in the tournament today got one of those. As well as Famine. But, of course, thankfully me and Joe had a sandwich right before the stream, so we will not be suffering from famine.
I was for a second.
No doubt.
A little glare today. I don't know. Just move some things around and then glare happens. So,
I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know if I have a sound effect for that. But what I do have is Famine with 2 different starting points.
Can we get a model here?
Well, let's get a model over here.
Yeah,
There we go.
Cab's here.
We can play him either at 75 or 50 points. If you play him at 75, he has 7 clicks. If you play him at 50, he only has 5 clicks. He has phasing and empower. He also has a special attack power. It's called Feel Your Hunger. Incapacitate. When Famine uses it after resolutions, choose one. Hit characters given an action token, unequip any equipment, or hit equipped characters given an action token are dealt 1 penetrating damage. Not bad. He also has a very special defensive power, combat reflexes, and willpower, and then opposing characters within range may only remove action tokens when they clear, not by any other effect, which there's a Wolverine that can remove an action token for any 5 or 6 rolled on a single D6. That doesn't mean it could be for shape change, impervious, super senses, willpower, leadership, whatever. If he rolls a 5 or a 6, this guy would nullify it. And then he finally has a trait called the First Children. At the beginning of the game, if your starting force has 2 or more characters with the horse word keyword, this game, Famine has Steel Energy, but with closer range attacks. If a friendly character named Apocalypse, Annihilation, or Genesis is on your force, modify Famine's attack and defense by +1. Late dial, he does get some charge in cap and toughness with exploit weakness, but like I said, top dial, phase, the special in cap, the special combat reflexes, willpower, and empower. And then we're going to go next.
He was an X of Swords
He was.
creation, 2020.
Woo!
It's fairly new.
Those, I don't believe that the significant appearance is always really relevant to the figure.
Well, they say significant appearance. They could appear.
Yeah, it could appear in one panel and be like, works for
What's
me.
significant? I don't know.
Next, we got your favorite figure and sword all combined into one.
Oh.
Today,
snap.
this was what Ken won for winning today's tournament. Pog,
Oh,
your
wait,
Pog.
I'm not even sure this fits on.
This is kind of like a Mojo figure, man. It's a 2x2 base. Whew. He is gigantic.
I can't even get him on. Yeah. Now that sword makes sense.
Clear as mud. Here's something real funky about him. Normally, you can only equip standard characters. However, Pog Your Pog can start the game with any sword equipment equipped and can use its effect regardless of being a non-standard character.
I feel like he should have to start with Pog Your Pog sword.
Yeah. It says any sword.
That's.
Is that taking the bologna out of the sandwich
Yeah.
and getting down like Manwich?
Yeah, that's what it's doing.
Okay.
I can't even get this guy.
He has 3 different point lines, by the way.
We gotta zoom out for a second.
You can play him at 270.
Ooh.
You can play him at 170. Or you can play him at 70.
Am I seeing that his dial goes down to a second row?
It does go down there. He has 15 clicks for 270 points. He has 12 clicks for 170.
All I see is lots of colors, changing colors. That's not. I would never play this figure.
And he has 7 clicks for 70 points.
Never happening.
He does have a stop click on his last click. It's an entire new world to plunder. When Pog, your Pog, hits a single target with a close attack, you may choose to deal a maximum of 1 damage to a hit target. If you do, unequip that character, and if another friendly character is adjacent to Pog your Pog, which 2, 4, 3, you can have like 8 dudes adjacent to that dude, at least. Actually more.
Diagonal 12. He's a 2x2, right?
Yeah, yeah. Yep. You
Look
can
at
have
that late night math.
woo. If you do
There should be
unequip that
applause. There
character,
should be some applause. For
I'll
that.
give you some applause for that. Let's hear it for math. Because if you don't like math, Heroclix is probably not for you. This is a very math-dependent game between.
Between online ugly maps.
I was going to say learning the probabilities to
Oh, I was going to go with online ugly maps.
hit. That definitely affects math. So, once again, let's get back to this trait. So, if an adjacent friendly character is adjacent to Pog Your Pog, or the hit character, so that's even more potential for somebody. You may choose the character to equip the unequipped equipment, so he can unequip you and put it on a friendly character of his own. It's pretty cool.
It's interesting.
He starts with Charge Flurry with a 12 attack, 5 damage, exploit weakness.
Wow.
But like I said, that's 270 points.
Yeah. At 270, you can't have a friendly person to steal something and put it on.
You could have a bunch of suited henchmen in Silver Age. For sure. You could, in fact, have 6 of them. And you'd be a one-man team because suited henchmen don't count towards teams.
Were they 5 points?
They are 5 points.
One clicker?
One click. You roll at the beginning of the game to determine what click they go on. Then on his second starting line, he still has Charge Flurry Exploit, but he, instead of having Precision Strike, he gets Super Strength. And then if you play him at 70, he also starts with Charge Flurry, but his attack goes all the way down to 11, and he's only doing 3 damage. However, he does have Perplex on that click, so you could Perplex his attack to a 12. But he does not have Exploit weakness on that dial.
Pog your Pog.
Pog your Pog.
And Confectionery is what the one is called. I don't even know.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Oh, man. There.
We had a...
And I think what we're going to do next, I think we're going to go to the super rares that we pulled out of our month 3 brick.
I can't be trusted.
We only really got 2, but I'm going to spotlight Pestilence since I was lucky enough to pull this today for the
Paul,
tournament.
you're gone.
You're out of here.
Oh, you're Paul.
Another first.
Pestilence.
Araco Horseman
Oh,
Ruler.
It's a cool model.
Has the first children trait once again. At the beginning of the game, if your starting force has 2 or more characters with the Horseman keyword, this game Pestilence has Steel Energy but with closer range attacks. If a friendly character named Apocalypse, Annihilation, or Genesis is on your force, modify Pestilence's attack and damage by +1. Now, Pestilence has 2 different starting lines. One for 75, where he's 7 clicks long, or 50 for 5. He is a Mystics as well, real name unknown. However, on the 75-point line and the 50-point line, he starts with Poison, and when he uses it, he deals penetrating damage and also has Safeguard Poison. So you cannot poison Pestilence unless, of course, you outwit Disease Vector, which is the name of that particular attack power. He also has Hypersonic Speed. It's only 8 squares, and he has a dual target 6 range. So he does have an 11 square swing, top dial, with 4 damage, prob, and energy shield deflection. Low dial, he starts with some running shot, has the aforementioned disease vector poison, has energy shield deflection and range combat expert. So you would have a 10 square reach, but we would have an 11 attack, 4 damage.
Interesting.
Yeah. Let's go.
Standing alongside my sibling. I just like to read the name of these.
Oh.
Conquering the Last Watchtower. That's running shot. In case you didn't know. Let's not hit the thing again. Like an idiot.
Maybe he's a big fan of Jimi Hendrix along the Watchtower.
Could be.
We'll never know. The
I
next,
apologize for the glare. I don't know what the glare is coming from.
the next,
We got someone new.
We get the next super rare we're spotlighting is Red Root the Forest. Now this has a sword bearer trait where you can equip any sword at the start of the game for only 5 points, so it's a 5-point reduction on the sword cost. Looks like he starts out with 3 targets, 0 range, stealth, defend of 18, and he has probability control. And when Red Root the Forest uses it, she may target a character occupying a terrain marker generated by her regardless of the line of fire. And now you say, well, how does she generate terrain? Well, she has a special attack power. It says incapacitate smoke cloud. When Red Root the Forest hits, after resolutions, she may use smoke cloud as free, but only to generate 3 markers. Now normally smoke cloud you would generate 6. But anytime you can do smoke cloud for free, I recommend it. Because if your opponent is in the smoke cloud, they get -1 to their attack. And anytime you can reduce your opponent's attack,
Camera's
it's a
back.
good deal.
We had some camera issues there.
I didn't even
Clear
notice.
as mud.
All right. So there's Red Root the Forest.
Red Root.
Now, last but not least of our super rares.
I'm gonna rate these. What is my favorite? I don't know.
Well,
I never won anything before.
Well, we
There you
got one more. Before you rate them, this guy got sword envy. It is the white sword. Sounds racist to me, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
He is a Rocco mystical warrior. Real name unknown. Sword bearer trait. This character starts the game with any sword equipment equipped for 5 points. Starts off with charge. Has combat reflexes, invulnerability, and super senses in his defensive slot. Can be played at 95 or 45, but if you're equipping the sword, it's 100 or 50. Let's be real. For the rest, for click 2 and beyond, he has steel energy. Once per turn, when the white sword rolls a single d6 after resolutions, you may heal him equal to half the result. So if you roll for his super senses, no matter what the result is, you have.
Does Heroclix round up or down? I know, yes.
Up,
Okay.
up. So if you roll a 5, you heal 3. If you roll a 3, you heal 2.
Gotcha. Math.
Roll 1.
2.
1. He does get some flurry late dial and some close combat expert and super senses in the middle of his dial or at the start of his 45-point line, but it's nice to have top dial 4 damage.
This is gonna be my new thing. I'm gonna rate the. I mean, is there any doubt it's gonna be a Pog your Pog?
I was going to say, on a rating scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the least comfortable and 10 being the most comfortable, for this time of the year, what is the comfort index on these figures?
True. I'm rating the names of the abilities, and my favorite name from these
Pog
is,
your Pog.
if it be true, the Pog your Pog is charmed.
Oh.
I was gonna go with and confectionery, but
Well, we do have a love for baked goods.
does Pog your Pog
I
have
know
a love?
He was a chef in
Oh,
a
wait,
former life.
where's our white sword at right here?
Why's it got to be the white sword?
Yeah,
If
today's
you know
world-
why it's the white sword, why don't you throw that up in the chat? How about that? And now let's get to the 10 tarot cards.
Which?
No duplicates. And I know if you watched in the stream on month 1, we had duplicates in our bricks.
We
so
did.
Month 2, no duplicates. Month 3, no duplicates. It only took WizKids 3 months to get it right. A new record time. So let's start with the King of Pentacles. When a character is given a move action after resolutions, remove an action token from him.
Who is that? Is that Jean Grey?
I don't even want to take a guess after my debacle with Apocalypse
I don't
and
know.
Thanos.
I don't know if Brandon is watching. Or he may be
Still on the route home.
Yeah. I know who that is.
You do?
I do know who that is.
I think I do too, but I'll let you spoil the fun. Because if I'm wrong, then we're going to blame it on you.
I'm good with that.
All right. Characters can only move in direct paths. Diagonal, horizontal, vertical, and can't change direction during movement. The Queen of Pentacles.
Wow.
That can make going up elevation very difficult.
Yeah. And,
It reminds me of a Yancey Street map.
and I am going to go with the one and only Juggernaut. No,
Juggernaut.
That's Mystique.
Oh. I think I look closer to Juggernaut today than that one. Here we go.
It's a girl Mystique.
Now this is a tarot card that I can endorse.
Uh-oh.
The Ten of Swords. When a character uses poison.
Is this the Ten of Swords tarot cards?
Yes.
Named after the set. Not X of Swords. They actually wrote Ten of Swords.
They actually did, Roy.
I feel like that's a
This could
lost opportunity.
It is a lost opportunity. They're brilliant, except for when they're not. When a character uses poison, they deal damage even if they've been moved or placed during this turn, which that absolutely breaks poison because normally you cannot do that. You can only poison somebody if you haven't been moved or placed.
I'm trying to see. I see a Thanos.
Are you sure that's Thanos or not Apocalypse?
Oh, son of a.
Uh-huh.
I think maybe that's Apocalypse. I see a Wolverine, and I think. I feel like it looks like I don't. I'm not even gonna.
Up next,
Poor artwork. I'll give it that.
we got the Three of Cups. Ironically, the picture has 3 cups in it.
I feel like they're double-sided cups. It's almost like 6 cups.
They're fancy
Is it
glasses.
chalice?
Yeah, exactly. Now this,
The 3 of Chalices.
the 3 of Chalices would work excellent with Captain Carter's shield because when a character uses defend, the replaced value is instead their printed defense value +1. Captain Carter's shield gives you an additional +1.
Chick with the box. Brandon said it's always Apocalypse.
Okay.
Moria McTaggart?
Okay, sure.
Or maybe that was the first one that I said. There you go.
3 of Cups coming in.
3 of Chalices.
Sorry. I actually played against this card today. The 8 of Wands, which is funny because online on HC Realms, whoever made the opposite of this card copy and pasted this and forgot to change that to a ranged attack. But this one says when a character that can use close combat.
I find that hard to believe.
When a character that can use close combat expert makes a close attack, once per attack you may re-roll any ones in the attack roll. Which is great, because you're already getting a +1 to attack and +1 to damage from close combat expert. Ooh. Not sure who this guy. Oh, you know what? I lied. We did get a duplicate.
It was a dog.
Ah! Son of a.
We got 2 of the 3 of Chalice.
Yeah, we were so excited about the 3 of Chalice, we didn't see it, that we got it twice. And that's not so nice. But what is nice is the 7 of Swords. When a character that can use penetrating psychic blast Makes a ranged attack. After resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character adjacent to a hit target.
So can you tell me with these tarot cards, are these more like I'm hoping, like you're not planning on having a certain card, like you're just kind of hoping?
I'm definitely building my team around the cards. And then it depends if I'm using an X-Men team. Because if I'm using an X-Men team, I'm probably playing tarot, which allows me to draw 2 tarot cards and choose one.
Oh, okay.
Because then I can really set the odds in my favor.
Gotcha.
But if I'm not playing an X-Men team, I'm still building around the cards. I'm just not as confident to get the card that I need.
Well, that's what I mean. Are you building, so it's a bonus when you get the card?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Like it's not going to ruin your day.
No, but it may ruin their opponent's day. Oh, what do we want to do next? Let's do the Hermit.
The Hermit.
When this card is put into play, each player places a friendly character from anywhere on the map into their starting area.
Could you have done that for the Femme Fatale thing?
Well, those cards, fortunately, were not modern legal when we did do the Bad Bee movie. Otherwise, that'd be, we would have to ban that as a game element. It was already, we could already manipulate a character 18 squares with tarot cards for that turn.
Oh, okay.
We don't need any extra. Next up.
It's a new day.
Yeah, I was going to say, this is like a rainbow special. It's the 10 of Cups or 10 of Chalice.
I see chalices. I'm going chalice.
When a character uses Impervious, increase the result of the roll by +1. So Impervious normally reduces damage as long as it's not penetrating on a roll of 5 or 6 to 0. So on this, you would have a 50% chance of reducing damage to 0. And then
Brandon said you can definitely build a team around a specific card like last week.
yes. When this card leaves play, each player gains 1 mission point, maximum of 3, for each friendly character in an opposing starting area. And that's called the World. And there is another character in that picture, but I have no clue who that is floating up here.
It has to be Apocalypse.
When in doubt, Apocalypse.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like. Let me get it down there. It looks like Storm, but.
I don't know.
Oh, I think we got new figures, right?
Yep, I think it's time to go to the grand prizers. Let's start with Genesis.
Genesis.
Start at the beginning. Genesis is always the beginning.
Okay, gotcha.
Genesis 1-1. Araco, Horseman, Brute, Ruler, Warrior, keyword. Now this figure you could only win by coming in second place over the course of 3 months.
3 months.
Took some legwork, and I know my man Ken is happy to have this figure in his collection. It is Genesis, real name, Genesis. Sword bearer, 5 points, can start the game with any sword equipment equipped. And then it has another trait. Araco is not a land for the weak. When determining theme teams, characters with the Brute, Monster, or Warrior keywords gain Araco keyword. When a friendly character with the Araco keyword uses Blades, Claws, or Fangs, their minimum result is instead their printed damage +1. Now, once we explained this last month, but that is actually a 2-point swing for damage.
Yeah.
Because normally Blades is your minimum printed damage -1. So this is +1. I like it. I think he has a stop click it, or I don't know if it's he or she, but it's Genesis. Genesis has stop click. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Has
Ouch.
3 different starting lines, so you can play him, her, they 300 150 or 40 points. It's really 295, 145, or 35, but I'm assuming you're going to pay the 5 points for that sword bearer trait.
It is a she, Brandon is saying.
Ah, makes perfect sense. Charge, flurry, passenger 4, but only to carry characters with the Araco keyword. And then when she gets knocked off a top click, she ends up on steel energy. So there's a good potential. First of all, she has, at 300 points, with the sword trait included, she has a stop click on click 2 and 3. So to even get her past that is going to be difficult, especially when she starts off with a 20 defense and has power cosmic and the mystic team ability. So you can't even outwit her. And she can do a charge flurry of 6 squares, double target, 13 attack, 6 damage, twice.
No.
That's a lot of damage output. Has the potential to take action tokens off itself with the cosmic energy roll for willpower.
Ouch.
And there's a sword in the storyline organized play that they had to errata because of that and this figure are so good with the mystic team ability, you can actually heal off of the stop click with the sword when it takes damage, if it has Mystic's team ability. I'm sure these were definitely play tested.
Oh, absolutely.
And then finally, the big dog, the ender of all enders, Apocalypse. Real name, N. Saba Nur. Horseman, X-Men, Mystical, Past, Ruler, and Warrior keywords. Once again, has the Sword Bearer trait. Can be played at 295, 145, 35, but we've established with the Sword Bearer trait it's going to be 300, 150, or 40. Cosmic
One-man wrecking team.
One-man wrecking team. In fact, there's people scared that somebody's going to play like 8 of these or 7 of these at 40 points, which would be absolutely bonkers that somebody could even find
If you have the money.
7 copies of this. Yeah, you're talking about like a $5,000 team at that point. But hey, if you want to win bad enough, the potential's out there. Top dial, flurry, phasing teleport, and when Apocalypse uses phase teleport after resolutions, he may make a close attack. So top dial, the dude can move 12 squares and then punch you or shoot. Oh, sorry, just punch. It's a close attack. Punch you with a 13 attack for 6 damage. He has
That seems pretty strong.
penetrating psychic blast.
And that was
invincible.
phasing teleport, right?
Yeah, so it ignores every type of terrain. You can get into some prob late dial, lots of 4 more stop clicks. This is definitely a grand prize worthy figure. And I know Brandon was super excited to win that today.
Sure.
So I believe that concludes our 10 of Swords 3-month storyline organized play review of figures, tarot cards, participation prizes, grand prizes, and prizes just for winning the tournament. What do you think of that? What are you putting that comfort index at, Joe?
Well, my question is, this is the first time they've done this in a while.
Yes, they haven't had a storyline organized play event that ran multiple months since Civil War, which was about 5 years ago.
Is that around when you beat me that one time?
No, that goes back like 7 years.
Oh yeah.
And I think the major one before that probably was War of Light, and that was like the
That one I
first
remember.
tournament I actually really played in with the power batteries and stuff. That was actually a 6-month tournament though.
I'm having a hard time with which ability do I like the most?
I like the phase. I think Apocalypse.
No, I'm just going off name.
Oh, sorry.
You're going.
I
You
apologize.
you don't care about the other stuff.
No, I don't care about that. I don't even care about
what you have was made with soft hands.
Somebody put the lotion on its body.
There's that.
All right, so next week here at From the Ashes
So
Games,
the question, no, back to that. Like, do the players, anyone out there, like, was that like, did people enjoy it?
the tournament, oh, they loved it.
Now the question is, I think it was better the way you. I don't know as a battle royal if that would.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think we did it the right way,
Like a sealed.
like a sealed event with Swiss rounds and just giving points to the overall winners.
There it is, Jane. The real reason to tune in is Avengers Forever.
And now it's time to debut
Can I ban him from chat till he shows up for?
the Legacy card pack. Now actually has 2 cards in it for this.
Brandon said he enjoyed it that way too.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know that Battle Royal is a good competitive for figures like that.
yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think the people that are making the tournaments are reading the pulse of the players. I know it's a shocker, but that's my humble opinion.
Yeah. Well, again, congrats to Brandon for winning the Apocalypse,
and congratulations to Ken.
Ken. So he got Genesis for winning today.
He got Genesis for coming in second place.
He got Pog. Your
Pog for winning today.
Gotcha.
And he got Genesis for coming in second place overall.
Got you.
Which was
Cool.
It was a good tournament.
Yeah.
Ken actually won more tournaments. He won 2 tournaments out of the 3, but Brandon had consistency.
Yeah.
And that's what Brandon won month 1, and I believe he got second place month 2 and 3.
Gotcha.
Where Ken was, I don't believe, was in the top 4 in month 1, but won month 2 and 3. So I just cracked the Legacy card.
Which there's something new this set.
Yeah, and I don't know if I can put the Ricker stamp of approval on this, but this is how it's probably going to be moving forward. You get a team-up card and a Legacy card in the pack.
Now, why is that different?
Well, in years previous, in Legacy card packs previous, it was only a Legacy card, no team-up card.
Because the team-up cards were in...
They were in the boosters. The only exception was the Fantastic Four 2021 storyline event.
Yeah.
Some of them were also single bagged. But this is definitely new for retail boosters. So we got Star-Lord.
Have these all been spoiled, the Legacy cards?
I'm not 100, but I think these 2 have been spoiled. But doesn't matter. We got Star-Lord, which hopefully will be in here. He's a rare. Figure number 40. He has a trait. It says Team Up Guardians of the Galaxy Theme Team. If Star-Lord is part of the listed theme team, he has when a friendly character with the Guardians of Galaxy keyword misses with an attack, gives Star-Lord a plan token. Free, remove up to 3 plan tokens. Until your next turn, Star-Lord can use Perplex and can use it a number of times equal to the number of plan tokens removed. After revealing forces, you may replace the character card with their alternate, but you can't replace it if any of your starting characters share a name, and that's the name on the dial, not real name.
Okay.
He's also has the recruiter mechanic, which is a mechanic that allows you to generate a figure from your sideline adjacent to Star-Lord, provided that a character with the Guardians of Galaxy keyword was KO'd. And then you can use the recruiter effect, but the figure that you recruit in has to be lower points than the character that was KO'd. The character that was generated can't be replaced, and your opponent scores them immediately instead of when it's KO'd. So, if you bring them in, your opponent's getting points. So you're probably not going to want to bring in high point characters. You're going to want to bring in the lowest possible point character if you're going to have to give up points just for bringing them in. And then he has a special attack power for his first 7 clicks. If you play him top dial, it's called I Got Part of a Plan. At the beginning of your turn, excuse me, choose 2. Star-Lord can use the chosen effects until he chooses again. Energy Explosion, Precision Strike, Pulse Wave, or Star-Lord has free, knock back all adjacent opposing characters 2 squares. He also has the Guardians of the Galaxy team ability, which means opposing characters can't modify his combat values. That's either negatively or positively. They just can't do it. Shut it down.
Can't do it?
I won't.
Just can't do it, Captain.
And then the Legacy card. We're going back into the time warp for this one. 2005.
Woo!
From the
What kind of dial is that?
Not so great. It's from the set of.
Is that one of the Oreo ones or the?
No, this would be pre-Oreo. This is where you stick the key in the bottom and turn it. Yeah. It's Tigra.
Which meant that figure was worth nothing.
Up until this set
About a week
release. Yeah,
ago.
now you probably got to pay $10 to $15 for that figure. If it was a more powerful card, you'd be paying even more. But this is kind of a weaker, it's a weaker
Okay.
Legacy card. But it's also a weaker figure. Although it's not that, this thing is really hard to kill. I shouldn't poo-poo on it that bad because it's 40 points and 7 clicks long.
Well, that's
right
way
up
under the.
the 10 point per click
Yeah.
average. But
That's almost 5 points a click. About 7.
add in the fact that she has 9 lives. At the beginning of the game, you give Tiger 9 lives tokens. Free, remove any number of live tokens to heal Tigra that many clicks. So she may be a 16 click long figure for 40 points.
Ooh. And you poo-pooed her.
And I did. Because she doesn't have move and attack top dial. She has stealth, blades, stupid senses, aka super senses. She does get knocked down to charge and blades, but if she's not top dial, the likelihood of you hitting with an attack that ranges between 7 and 9 are slim and nil. I couldn't hit a 6 attack roll today with a problem. Rolled that 5 and I needed the 6, but there it is. So if you still have, what is it, Fantastic Forces in your collection,
See,
search out
So-
figure.
let me use my limited HeroClix knowledge.
Sure.
Back in the day, you would push her off that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Top plate. Okay.
Absolutely.
Look at that.
Wow.
Woo-hoo.
Strategy.
Strategery.
Yeah, that too.
Can I just say for the record, I'm a complete idiot. Now I understand the baked
Potato.
Yeah.
It took you a while.
Yeah. A little slow.
Yeah.
A little slow in the uptake.
You know what the Beastie Boys say? Slow and low. That's the tempo.
Here, you can take the card. Let me.
Okay.
I'm
Let's
gonna
see
look
what we
for-
got here.
I'm gonna look.
We got nothing but cards. We got a rare in this one.
We
We're
did?
gonna hold out for that last.
We got a rare?
We did.
I don't see it.
Oh, it's a prodigy. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We
Wait,
got,
What do we do with these?
as is tradition,
Where are we starting?
we're gonna start with that. Then we're gonna go to that.
That's the wrong answer.
Then we're gonna go to this.
All right,
Then we're
here we
gonna go
go.
to that.
If you can't see him,
Then we're gonna go
it's
to
as
that.
intended.
Astral Doctor Strange. A single keyword, mystical, real name, various,
Various. How do
Three
you have
click.
various real names.
Various real names.
Isn't the point of a real name like that's your real name?
It is, but this is what they call a generic. It's a 15-point figure with 3 clicks. It has phasing teleport, super senses, and enhancement. That's it.
Is that a Joe Dial?
That is a Joe Dial if I've ever seen one.
There we go.
Now I know from doing a little bit of research that there is a Doctor Strange, probably Supreme I think it is, or something like that, that actually generates that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he also generates this guy, which is up next. And if you can't be right, you might as well be Wong. A mystical keyword, real name?
Wong.
Dimensional gateway through the multiverse trait. Phasing teleport. Once per turn when an adjacent friendly character with the mystical keyword begins a move. After resolutions, you may place Wong in a square adjacent to them. So, mystical keyword, phase teleport. This thing moves 6 squares. You can place Wong right next to him, and then Wong can take an action because it's a place and not a move or a carry. He has Force Blast, he has Energy Shield, Deflection, and Willpower, and he has Enhancement. He does go late dial to support and just willpower.
Nicole says you will be collecting Astral Doctor Stranges.
I will. I collect all generics. It could be the Turd Burglar. I'm collecting them.
Pog your Pog?
Pog your Pog, not generic, but I'll collect them anyway. I also forgot to mention that Wong has the mystical team ability, so if he takes damage, you take a point of penetrating. Okay.
I'm not going to say his one ability is in the lead at the clubhouse right now.
What's that?
I wouldn't say no to a tuna melt.
But you're vegetarian.
I know, but it's still funny.
Okay.
My comfort level's a little low on it, but I'll give it a chuckle.
You give it an old.
Oh, we got the.
Hold on, wait. I think I have a chuckle for you.
Oh, that's
wrong chuckle.
That's a mouth noise. I don't think it's a chuckle though.
How about that? It reminds me of WandaVision.
Yeah. Nicole said you're the generic clicks king.
I am. Somebody's got to be. Might as well be me.
We're gonna have Blackheart and all the.
all the Hellfire Club guards I can get a hit on.
This again, there hasn't been an event where there's not a tray of Hellfire Club guards.
No, somebody's playing him every week. He's too damn good. I believe this is kind of like a generic, but it's not technically a generic because it does have a real name. But I believe this is another one of those figures that can be generated. It's the Mindful One. Oh, no, I lied. The Mindless One is the generic. The Mindful One is the one that actually generates them.
Oh, okay.
So this dude has a rally, which is blue, 1. So any attack roll of a friendly attack roll with a 1, you can put a rally dice on the Mindful One, and you can remove 2 Mindful One rally dice to generate a mindless one on click 1. Now here's the funny thing. WizKid's commitment to quality. I know, that freaking hilarious just even coming out of my mouth. But if you read the text, I believe the mindless one is click 7. They put it as click 30, which is the same figure that's in my hand.
You are correct. Brandon and James are all over the Mindful One, the Mindless One.
Yeah, they love it. This thing's great. Defend, toughness, and adjacent friendly characters have Mystic team ability. Wow. 40 points, 5 clicks long, has move and attack with charge and super strength, and has support and it has the Mystic team ability. Also has a 25 point line, which is super strength, toughness, and support. Also has a single target 4 range. Up next.
Okay, we still have not passed the. I wouldn't say no to a tuna melt.
We got a Hydra officer. He almost looks like me. Very similar. Brown.
And another generic.
That is real name varies.
Is this 3 generics in a pack?
No, it was only 2 because the mindful one kind of threw me off.
Correct.
But I'm happy to get 2 generics per pack. That puts value in the pack, especially when you only pull a rare. This is an uncommon Hydra officer, leadership, and when he uses it and succeeds, you may instead generate 003 Hydra agent on click 1. If a roll of a 6 was rolled, also remove an action token from each friendly character named Hydra agent.
Brandon said Dormammu also creates mindless ones.
Yes, the super rare Dormammu. We got no move and attack, but we do have stealth, blades, mastermind, and the special leadership. Back dial, we got running shot, toughness, enhancement. But you're only doing 2 damage and your attack value is a 9. But you do get the Hydra team ability, which allows you to reduce your opponent's defense by 1 if it's a ranged attack and they're adjacent and they have line of fire. If you can get all that squared away, your opponent's defense is lowered by 1.
Seems like a lot of work.
It could be. It does literally the same thing as the police team ability. We got another rally character up next, the last figure in this particular booster. It's Prodigy, which I guess he's a young Avenger, so that's how he kind of fits into the set. Because even though the name of the set is Avengers Forever, and there's a storyline arc through the Marvel Universe that revolved around it, I think it's their excuse to put out Avengers. Because the characters in this set don't coincide with the storyline. But that's neither here nor there, and all we care about are dials and what they do. So let's talk about Prodigy. Number 33 in the set, real name David Allen, Champions, New Mutants, X-Factor, X-Men, Young Avengers, and Detective. Keyword, he has a rally of opposing attack rolls of a 5. When an opposing character makes an attack and they have a 5 in their attack roll, you can put a rally dice on his card. And you can remove the rally dice when another friendly character within range and line of fire would roll a single D6. You may remove one of Prodigy's rally dice to replace that die. So if somebody needs to break away, super senses, willpower, shape of the change, leadership, pretty much automatically succeeds. The entire dial of super senses and willpower. He can kind of pick a power with his trait, unlock all my hidden knowledge. When an opposing character within 6 squares in line of fire makes an attack, you may choose a standard power the attacker can use. That's any standard power. Now, it does have, I believe when they say standard, yeah, I think it could be in specials and everything. Anyways, he can use the chosen power until you choose again. He has Outwit, and then alternates between Outwit and Perplex. He's a mere 35 points, 4 clicks.
One of those alternating.
Yep.
So I've already, Brandon is going to enjoy this pack, I think.
Ooh. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, I think first pack winner is, I wouldn't say no to a tuna melt.
Alright, so we did get a super rare.
Stupid rare.
Yeah. We'll do that last, of course. We'll hold that one up.
Where are we going first?
We're gonna go with Wonder Man.
Wonder Man.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen him in Heroclix. I think the last Wonder Man was in Age of Ultron, which, phew, you know what? That was the storyline organized play in between Civil War and War of Light that I forgot about. Anyways, Ionic Resurrection. For 5 points, when Wonder Man would be KO'd, you may instead replace him with Wonder Man number 27 on click 9, then roll a d6 and heal him equal to half the result. So, you know, he's going to be a little harder to KO. He does have some move and attack with charge. He has an 11 attack, starts off with invincible in his defensive slot, and he has outwit in his damage. He has an Avengers team ability, and he also has the Masters of Evil team ability, which I think is an underrated team ability, which allows adjacent friendly characters to make a close attack. They modify the target's defense -1 if the target is adjacent to this character. So it's kind of like Hydra, but for close attacks.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And kind of a Joe dial, but
The top dial's a Joe. I saw green right across the.
Yep.
Some charge. No, wait, is that charge?
That is charge.
That is charge.
Charge.
Oh.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. Next, let's go with pretty in pink and blue there. Hawkeye.
Yeah, that's a.
Cliff Barton.
That's a interesting outfit.
Oh man, I love this figure already. First of all, he's 75 points. Starts off with running shot, energy explosion, willpower, 2 targets, 7 range. But here's the kicker. He has a follow-up trait, free, once per turn for all characters with a follow-up trait. Make an attack using Hawkeye's printed combat values, but only to target a single character hit with an attack made by another friendly character with the Avengers keyword. So if you can get an Avengers to make a successful attack, this dude can do a free attack on that character.
Wow.
And then can do a costed attack on that character.
What kind of damage do you do?
3. 3 on clicks 1 and 2. 3 and 4 he does 2. 5, 6, and 7 he does 3. Because once again, we're using printed values. He does have range combat expert on his last 5 clicks, but the follow-up trait specifically says printed combat values. Still pretty cool. And I would definitely play that if I pulled it for sealed. Because I'm assuming I'm going to have more than one Avengers out of my 10 figures. Next up, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Nope, it's Falcon.
It's kind of a bird. It's a raptor.
It's Sam Wilson, Avengers, Houses, Heroes for Hire, Shield, and Soldier. And he also has improved movement characters, so he automatically breaks away. You cannot lock this guy down, even with plasticity. He does have move and attack, his whole dial. He's 50 points. He starts off with charge, quake, energy shield deflection, 2 targets, 5 range. Mid dial he gets running shot and perplex, and back dial he gets willpower and close combat expert. Not bad for 50. I still like Hawkeye for 75 to make free attacks.
This one has worthy of standing next to Cap. This one was trained by Cap.
Well,
You know what it didn't beat yet, though?
a tuna melt?
Nope. Oops, wrong side. I got like 3 jobs here, and I'm screwing one of them up. There you
We're
go.
going into that next.
All right.
None other than Maria Hill.
Maria.
Real name, Maria Hill. She has shield, soldier, and spy keywords. She is a logistics expert. She has leadership, and when she uses it and succeeds, you may instead of removing an action token from a friendly character, you may generate 002 shield operative on click 1. And that'll be another generic. Hopefully we will see. If a 6 was rolled, also remove an action token from each friendly character named shield operative.
003.
Yep. 5 range, 2 targets, precision strike, willpower, and stealth. Also, let's not overlook that shield team ability that increases range by 1, and you can give her a power action to increase damage by 1. That's a very good shield team ability.
The name of these abilities, they're not even close.
Now,
Do you think that ability can run the gauntlet? It was the second card revealed. Is anything going to beat the tuna melt?
I don't know. I'm going to have to start paying attention. Unfortunately, I'm so broke, I can't pay attention. But we did get a super rare.
There should be a sound effect for that.
We got him. The Lord of Chaos. Deity, monster, mystical ruler. Real name, Dormammu.
There you go, Brandon.
Leadership, when he uses it and succeeds, you may instead generate a mindless 1 on click 1. If a 6 was rolled, you may instead generate Baron Mordo on click 4. If there is not a friendly Baron Mordo on the map already, or KO a friendly mindless 1 to heal Dormammu 2 clicks. Sorry, jeez, 6 clicks.
Zach said you look like a belly bolt. It's a new Pokemon.
Oh wow! Shout out to Japan. I'm feeling Japanesey. He does have 9 clicks, 125 points, cosmic energy team ability, and the mystical team ability. He has moving attack on his first 3 clicks with running shot and opening flame portals to the dark dimension. Energy explosion, penetrating psychic blast, knockback. When Dormammu hits for each 6 in the attack roll after resolutions, you may generate a mindless 1 on click 1 adjacent to a hit character. That's pretty good. So this dude has lots of ways to bring in mindless 1s. And if you don't want to bring in a mindless 1, you can also bring in a Baron Mordo. Interesting. He starts with 8 movement, 7 range, 2 targets, and then he has invincible and range combat expert. So he has 13 for 5 attack top dial. He does get into some mid dial mind control with precision strike and perplex and invulnerability, and then late dial phase with toughness, and then energy explosion, penetrating psychic blast, knockback. Not bad. He also has improved targeting hindering, so he is a stealth buster.
I'm having a hard time. The names of these for this pack were a little weak.
Weak. I think I just found Hawkeye's twinsy.
Yeah, I saw that. I thought for a second we got our first dupe.
Yeah, I thought so too, and I had to take a double take, but nope.
Maybe I'll go with Maria Hill. Take the shot.
Take a shot. All right. Hey, let's start off with the generic.
The old generic.
Shield operative.
Real
name.
This is a lot of generics for a set,
Real
isn't
name?
it? Various. Yeah. Didn't see that one coming.
Shield, soldier, spy, shield team ability. 15 points, 3 clicks, top dial, stealth, close combat expert, and combat reflexes. So you're attacking with an 11-2 close up. Or you could make a ranged attack with a 10 attack value for 1 damage with a single target. Still has that shield team ability though to pump up friendly range and modify damage for a power action. So very nice.
I mean, not even those names of abilities aren't anywhere. I guess when you're generic, you don't get cool names for your abilities. I'm gonna try and keep these together.
Okay. Next up, common, number 10, Young Avenger Speedster, real name Thomas Shepard, but commonly known as Speed.
Speed,
And
not various.
Not various. Ironically, Speed is number 10. Free, roll a d6, move speed a number of squares up to the result. He has that in the middle of his dial, but top dial he has hypersonic speed if it's a race you want, with a little super senses and shape of the change. So he has a double rollouts. Unfortunately, he has a 0 range. He also has the Avengers team ability. If you just give him a plain old move action, he can move 9 squares instead of 8. And he also has improved movement elevation, so he isn't affected by elevation for movement purposes.
But he does get a free move.
Yeah. Top dial, I mean, that's pretty good.
Right.
No,
Not
that's
right
mid
away,
dial.
yeah.
It's mid dial,
Yeah.
mid dial. Sorry. But that hypersonic is actually 2 moves. It's a move, attack, move. So technically, you could. All right.
Who we got next?
Well,
I see it.
it's a little holographic manipulation.
Ooh.
Avengers, Young Avengers, robot, real name Jonas, but we know him as Vision. Once per game power, generate up to 2 024 vision, which that is 024 vision, but on click 9. If you can't generate character, the 024 vision that you generate cannot generate characters and has a 0 point value for all effects, including scoring. So you basically, he triplicates. The 45 point version has phase, in-cap, super senses, enhancement. The 0 point version.
Way too many colors on that dial.
The 0 point version has phase, in-cap, super senses, and power. So the real version is good for pumping up ranged attacks. The 0 point version is good for pumping up close attacks. He does get charge, super strength, shape of the change, and invulnerability in the middle of his dial, and then once again he ends with what he starts with.
And the names? Ooh, you may call me Jonas.
Ah, yes. Okay.
I kind of like that one. I don't know why.
Next up, straight from the Ukraine.
Oh, here we go. I mean, is there a color missing, or was it always just?
I think that's legit.
I feel like there maybe.
Real name, Dmitry Bukharin. Keywords, Winter Guard, Armor, Soldier, Spy, but everybody,
Let me guess.
Crimson Dynamo.
Crimson Dynamo.
Yeah, you got it, bro. Might of Russia. Special trait, Crimson Dino and adjacent friendly characters' defense powers have protected outwit. That's pretty good. He also has improved targeting, hindering.
I thought we don't have Russian stuff anymore. Like, I thought that was on the. I think WizKids is just.
You know what happens if you're a Russian and you go to the bathroom?
No idea.
European. He has running shot, penetrating psychic blast, invincible, and a single target 6 range.
How do you follow that up?
You don't.
Well, that's an old comic, judging by that.
Yeah. I mean, Tales of Suspense.
1963.
Yeah. Whew.
Wow.
Wow.
That's an oldie.
Yeah, 12-cent cover. Oh, man. He is 8 clicks long, though, for 75 points, but he can be easily outwitted. All right. It's the final piece of the booster. Pretty in Pink. Celebrating Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Save the Tatas.
Going with
It's the swordsman, Jacques
Jacques.
Quesnay? Jacques. Let's go with Jacques.
Is that Duchesne?
Yeah, sure. Avengers, Batrock Brigade's Master of Evil, martial artist, but it's swordsman, and it's 043A, which means there's a prime version of this figure.
Uh-oh.
Anyways, let's see. He has charge. He's 50 points. He's 6 clicks long. He has charge's entire dial. He also has blades, claws, fangs, and when he uses it after resolutions, give a hit character an action token. So it's almost like an in cap and blades all in one. That's for his first 3 clicks. Back dial, he just gets regular blades, and he also gets willpower and exploit weakness. He has both the Avengers and the Masters of Evil team ability. He is a close combat specialist.
Riposte.
Okay. Yeah, this is
Riposte.
Riposte. R-I-P-O-S-T-E.
Rest in peace, Ost.
Yeah, exactly. Combat reflexes, toughness, and super senses, but only for close attacks. And if he's missed by a close attack, after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage. Not bad. That's a rare.
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 So I'm still going with, in this pack, it still does not beat the tuna melt, but I'm going to go with you can call me Jonas. Might have Russia. That was at Mother Russia. Maybe if I had a Russian accent and say that'd be funnier.
Isn't Jonas a wrestler?
I think Jonas is his real name.
Is it? I think so.
Or its real name.
All I know is I think he's in Impact Wrestling, but I thought he came from the WWE. And he's kind of like a Samoa Joe, Samoa Joe's
really?
gonna kill you type character. Woo! We got a chase. We got a chase.
Is that a chase? How do you tell the difference between chase and super rare?
I don't know. That could. I don't know. Let me see the dial. Oh, that is a super rare. I thought that was a chase.
Oh, we got a dupe.
Oh boy.
Got a dupe. Whoops, missed.
Okay. Well, we can get rid of that dupe.
No, we need a placeholder for a little bit.
So we got speed.
We got another speed.
Speed of 10. We don't need to see that one. Let's go right here. This is kind of funny to me. Because not only is there, I'm sure you're well aware that Winter Soldier and Bucky Barnes are the same person.
Correct.
And then, Winter Soldier is more the Hydra version of, or Thunderbolts, the evil Bucky.
Yeah.
Well, the ironic thing is Bucky, used to be Captain America's sidekick.
Cap.
Yeah. So, he's a sidekick. Well, the sidekick version in this set is stronger than the assassin version. It's like they put the wrong sculpts on the wrong dials. That never happens.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about this Winter Soldier. Real name, as we
Scott
mentioned.
Porter bring you that kind of in depth?
I might have gleaned that from a Scott Porter video with the complaints in the comment section.
Jonah.
He has stealth and plasticity on a special movement power called Without a Trace. He also has free place Winter Soldier.
Which is not better than
Tuna Melt?
No.
No way. You can place him in a square of hindering terrain within range and line of fire. He has a range of 5. So he's a 5 square place as long as you can place him in the hindering terrain. And that includes smoke clouds. He also has energy explosion. He has a butt naked defense, and then he has close combat expert. So if he punches close, it's a 12-4, but if he shoots, it's an 11. And then back dial, he gets plasticity and range combat expert. 60 points, 6 clicks. Wild card though, he could copy like say shield team ability. Let's go BP next. I'm a big fan of this franchise actually. I don't know why, but I really love it. This is the common Black Panther, real name T'Challa, Avengers, Fantastic Four, Illuminati, Wakanda ruler, warrior.
Wow.
So he can fit on lots of teams. Charge, stealth, flurry, but only if Black Panther occupies hindering terrain. He has 2 different starting lines. He has a 75-point version and a 25-point version. He has charge, flurry, super senses, and leadership, top dial at 75 points, and he has that as well at 25 points. At 75 points, he's 8 clicks long. At 25 points, he is 3 clicks long. He does get some combat reflexes sprinkled in there, though, as well as some blades and straight up flurry. So there's potential for him not to have move attack, but to make 2 attacks. And
that is not a Joe dial.
No.
That's bouncing around and.
This is a Joe dial.
Right now, Wakanda forever.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
Wakanda forever. Come on, throw it up. That's what I'm talking about. This, my friend, is a dial worthy.
Oh,
of
there you
you.
go.
This is worthy of you, sir.
Let me back that. Let me see if I. Green movement. That's a move and attack.
That is a
Is
move.
that charge?
That is charge. What's the red attack? It slices. It dices.
Oh, blades.
Claws
fly.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pink movement is sidestep.
Correct.
Pink
But
damage.
Pink damage is in power.
Yeah, I would have got there.
And then he also, this figure that we haven't even spoiled yet.
Haven't even spoiled.
Real name Arthur Douglas.
Oh, Arthur Douglas. Who in the chat knows who Arthur Douglas?
Oh, I was gonna say.
AD.
Who knows who the professional wrestler that played this dude in the movie?
And now you just gave it away.
Oh,
There's no comments. No one's listening to us.
that's all right. We do it for the love and the dozens of people that watch us on Twitch
Absolutely.
and YouTube.
It would be
None other than
Batista.
Drax and Batista. Guardians of the Galaxy Infinity Watch Brute Warrior keyword. Unless Drax is the only character on your force when he would be KO'd by an opposing character with an attack, instead turn him... Oh, sorry. Unless Drax is the only character on your force when he would KO an opposing character with an attack, instead turn them to their last non-KO click and heal Drax 2 clicks. I don't like that, sir.
You know, like
When I KO you, you should be KO'd. This prevents me from using him to KO you unless he is the only person on the team.
could heal him back up though.
You could, but
You can make that work. I have faith.
I didn't kill you. You killed you. He has super senses. And when Drax uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, deal the attacker 1 penetrating damage.
That's actually not bad.
That ain't bad.
It's no tune amount.
Yeah, he also has the Guardians team ability. I don't see anything that's going to replace Tuna Melt for the best name.
Well, I mean, in this
power.
pack, I didn't kill you, you killed you is...
That's the winner for
That's
you?
easily this pack's number 1.
Alright, so this is a super rare upon further review.
The ruling on the field has been overturned.
Yeah, it has been changed. It is none other than Robert Reynolds, Avengers, Dark Avengers, Horseman and Brute. But we know him as Sentry, not with a C, but with an S. Now, back in the day, there was a figure called Sentry and Void that was very meta. Well, guess what? He has a 5-point trait called Void. When Sentry would be KO'd, you may instead replace him with 053B Sentry on click 7. That character gains immune, which means it can't be targeted or attacked until your next turn. And that trait has protected pulse wave. So even if you pulse wave him to death, the other void is, or whatever's coming in. Unstable. When Sentry is targeted by mind control, modify his defense -2. Oof. That's not good. That would make him top dial a 16 defense if I tried to mind control him. That's very targetable. However, he does have Perplex. He has Charge. He does have Stealth. So if you don't have improved targeting hindering, you might not be mind controlling him unless you're close up. Perplex, but only to target other friendly characters. When Sentry uses it, choose one for the targeted character used until your next turn. Charge or Invulnerability. That's pretty good to hand out with a Perplex. He is 115 points, but if you play the trait, he's 120. Low dial, he's 50, but if you play the trait, he's 55. He has 9 clicks top dial and 5 clicks low dial. He also has the Avengers team ability, which increases a move action. You modify speed by +1. Ooh. Ooh. I like it this. Ah!
We got two dupes.
Yeah, we did. Alright. Back to the Ukraine for Crimson Dynamo.
So that's all one back there.
And back to
Bucky.
Yeah, Bucky's back. Goodbye.
Back again.
And then we got a generic, and we have the other version of Wonder Man.
We have a generic. I think he's not a generic, believe it or not.
No? Oh, maybe he, you know what? I bet you I think he's going to generate generics. Or maybe not. Nope. Completely wrong. Completely wrong.
I looked because I thought it was going to be a generic.
I thought so. I thought they were. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting it confused with DC with the gorilla.
Yes. Yeah. That's probably what I did too.
Damn it. Let's put him up on. He has improved movement, elevated, and adjacency. Characters. So
Is he doing like the Superman? Is he like?
Yeah, exactly. He has a follow-up trait. If you remember what that does, once per turn for all characters with a follow-up trait, make an attack using Gorilla Man's printed combat values, but only to target a single character hit with another attack made by another friendly character with the Wakanda keyword. Kind of like my man Black Panther here, or Storm.
So he works like Hawkeye, but for Wakanda.
For Wakanda, exactly. He starts off with plasticity, close combat, expert, and combat reflexes. He is 7 clicks long, 60 points, single target, 4 range, real name, Kenneth Howe. It is Gorilla Man, and he has Agents of Atlas, Avenger, Shield, Wakanda, Winter Guard, Animal, and Spy. He can even go on Mother Russia team.
Spy.
Yes. Spy. Ooh, this is the pumped up version.
You didn't bring me along just for my intel.
No?
Okay. Gorilla Man.
Next up, Simon Williams, Wonder Man, Avenger, celebrity, mystical scientist. Oh, he starts off with running shot, penetrating psychic blast, and then he has a special defensive power of energy, shield deflection, super senses, and invulnerability all rolled into one. He has a single target 5 range. He is 100 points, and he has the mystical team ability. Middle dial, he goes to charge, super strength, outwit, back dial, hypersonic, precision strike, regeneration, close combat expert.
That's not a Joe dial.
That's not Joe.
Still Wonder Man.
It is. We got ourselves a Scott. Great Scott. Scott Lang. Avengers. Guardians of the Galaxy. Nova Corps. Police. But yes, you at home know him as Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Stealth.
That is a weird. Okay, you got. Look at him from. Is he like transforming? Is that what's happening? Because
Probably. Yeah, he looks weird.
Looks like bodybuilder.
Yeah.
V-back.
That's bizarro.
Maybe he's transforming.
Maybe.
Looks a little weird.
It says he has stealth. When an adjacent character is given a move or power actions, after resolutions, you may place Ant-Man adjacent to that character. That's pretty cool. I like that. I wish it wouldn't be after resolutions, but still it's pretty cool. Because it is a place and then he could take an action. This is definitely a Joe dial. Every single click is the same.
Yeah.
Stealth, precision strike, super senses, outwit. He also has the old brand spanking new Guardians team ability. He's only 35 points, 0 range, single target, 35 points. You can put that under the scope. That's the rare from this particular booster.
Still sticking with my tuna melt.
Tuna melt for life!
We do have a double dupe.
Yes, indeed. We have already saw Hawkeye.
But we have
I think
3 or 4 characters that were already mentioned.
almost. Probably.
Huh?
Didn't we get this dude already?
Huh. No, we talked about him. He was the card.
He was the card. Oh, he was the team up card.
Yeah, the team up card.
I'm like, I know I've seen this already.
Like I said, we've talked about 3 of these figures.
All right. The irony. So we can
The
get
3 that aren't dupes we've
Yeah.
mentioned.
All right.
Wait, you're telling me that one's stronger than the other?
That one right there is
That's
stronger.
clearly the wrong sculpt on the wrong.
Yes. So let's go to him first. Old Bucky Barnes.
That was that pile up there.
Sure. I know your attack is coming. Super senses. When he uses it and succeeds, after resolutions, remove an action token from him. And that's a traded super senses for all 7 clicks. He can be played at 75 or 40 points. He has Avengers, Howling Commandos, Invaders, Shield Path, and Soldier keyword. He starts off with Running Shot, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Invulnerability, and Outwit. 6 range, single target. You play him low dial. He starts off with Running Shot, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Energy Shield Deflection, and Enhancement, which transitions into Charge Blades, Combat Reflexes, Exploit Weakness. But I believe if we check those, and then we check this, I'd rather have that. How is Bucky, the sidekick, more points than the veteran Winter Soldier?
I don't know.
Inquiring
Good
minds want to
question.
know. I'll just put that back. How about that? we're going to go here.
Oh, we're going there.
Just when you have the answers, I change the questions. It's the old Doctor Strange, Stephen Strange, Avengers, Defenders, Illuminati, mystical keyword. Bring in help from the multiverse. When Doctor Strange uses it and succeeds, you may instead generate a 011 Astral Doctor Strange on click 1. If a 6 was rolled, you may instead generate a 012 Wong on click 1. If there isn't a friendly Wong on the map. He has telekinesis, and telekinesis is free, but only to target himself. So, here's how that works. You definitely want to power action the telekinesis before free telekinesis with him, which is almost the exact opposite of Venom Magneto. Because if he places himself with telekinesis for free, he cannot power action telekinesis. Because once you've used telekinesis to move that character cannot use telekinesis. Can you dig it?
No.
He also has energy shield deflection, super senses, and starts with perplex at the 75-point line. He has the Defender's team ability, which allows him to share his 18 defense on top dial or 17 low dial, and pretty much back dial you get phasing, teleport, precision strike, some support, and some regen. There's also some outwit sprinkled in. I don't think you'd like this one, but it is what it is. And then the rare.
I've not seen Sidestep really.
I don't believe there is any sidestep in this set for some reason. So if you don't have the
By the hoary host of Hoggoth. I mean, that's.
Is that a tuna melt worthy?
It's close. I don't see Tuna Melt losing.
Well, this is Star-Lord. We basically already went over everything on this. The only thing is that we didn't go over. We actually added some extras, which was the plan token thing is what the team up card. Here, we can put them side by side. Otherwise,
I don't think I can get them both on there.
No.
No.
All right. Well.
What was it?
This was the team up. And this is. See this?
That's the whole planning token.
Yeah.
Do you pay for the team up card?
Oh, well, the only way to get them is buy a brick. So, I guess you pay for them.
No, I meant point wise.
No.
You have to play with it.
Well, you can only play with it if every character on your team has a different name.
Okay.
So no generic duplicates. There's the figure though. We haven't showed that.
I like Sculpt's not bad.
I like his trait though. I got part of a plan. That's pretty good.
That's probably second.
That's a close second.
I'll give it that. Just gonna keep putting not Thanos on the screen.
Oh.
I didn't do my one job.
All right.
One of my 3 jobs. If I cut myself, is that workman's comp?
Only if you lose a digit.
Got to pay the bills, James, with those ads.
All right. Ooh, that was a good one. That was an earthquake. You know what? I'm happy that this figure. It's been a long time since we've had a quality version. And I can't even say that this is a quality version of this figure, but it's better than what we've had in the past. So that's new. That's new. That's new. And that's new.
Got another Shield operative.
That's right. So we've already talked about Shield operative. So we're going to put him off to the side. We are going to start talking with.
Star-Lord back up there.
Here we go there. Boom. Generic.
More generics.
15 points.
Why you give me that? I don't know.
I don't know. Boom. This one's actually not too shabby. Running shot, pulse wave. That's it. And then back dial, you get some range combat expert. The funny thing about all these generics is they all have the same stats. 6, 10, 16, 1. He has the Hydra team ability, real name, Various. Hydra soldier spy keywords. Hydra team ability. Kind of what you see, what you get. That's interesting. That's funny. Up next, we got Tony Stark,
Is this
AKA.
the one you were talking about?
No. This is the one I'm talking about. AKA Iron Man, Avengers, Illuminati, Stark Industries, Armor Scientist. 50 points, 6 clicks. We got Force Blast, Energy Shield. Force Blast, Energy Explosion, and he has Defend, Energy Shield Deflection, Invulnerability. Late dial, he gets Impervious, Charge, and Outwit. He also has the Avengers team ability.
I'm not gonna lie, that red's a little. I feel like that's a little muted on the skull.
I don't know. Now, this is a question for the stream because obviously I can read the real name and I know they're not related. In fact, this guy's been made many times in Heroclix with many different names. And it is none other than Nathaniel Richards. And as a dude whose name is Richard, I can endorse Richards everywhere. But he is the Iron Lad, not the Iron Man. Council of Kangs, Exiles, Young Avengers, Armor, Future, Past. He also has a follow-up trait. The old free once per turn for all characters with a follow-up trait. Make an attack using Iron Lad's printed combat values, but only to target a single character hit with an attack made by another friendly character with the Young Avengers keyword. He has 2 different dials, 75 and 50 points, 7 clicks for 75, 5 for 50. Starts off with Running Shot, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Invulnerability, Super Senses, Willpower, and Probability Control.
I feel like there's been a lot of problem in this.
You know, back in the day, Kyle and Brandon had a YouTube channel called Probability Control, biatch. But we saved the rare for last. And this,
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know if you know anything about black superheroes, but this is an iconic black superhero. This might be one of the strongest black superheroes. It is none other than Blue Marvel, Adam Brasher, Avengers Ultimate Past Scientist and Soldier. He has an antimatter energy absorption trait, Force Blast, Pulse Wave, and when Blue Marvel is targeted by a ranged attack, after resolutions, heal him 1 click and remove an action token from him.
After he's targeted by
If he's just targeted.
Wow. That's strong.
He also has cosmic energy, so he can't be outwitted. He has a chance to take off action tokens from himself with willpower. He also has hypersonic speed, penetrating psychic blast, and invincible, and he has a 6 range with 2 targets. And 2 stop clicks. 150 or 50 points. If you play the 50-point version, he's going to start with Running Shot, Impervious, and Outwit. Now, he does get some charge, super strength, and super senses late dial, but that's the best version of that character. I don't know if they've completely nailed it yet, but that is the best version we have of him in the game so far. In the past, he's been super overcosted.
Reed thinks I'm on par with Dr. Doom.
That's kind of his strength in the comic. And I don't know how you. Ooh. You know,
Lots of new stuff.
I see it. Is that El Cap?
Lots.
Whoa!
Lots of new stuff there.
Hey, we got Baron Mordo.
We got one dupe, but it's a generic various name.
Yeah, so we'll allow it.
Yeah, we'll allow it. We're good.
Baron Mordo, we talked about. He can be generated, I believe. I think it was Dormammu, maybe?
Yes. Are you going there first?
Yeah, let's go there first. He has leadership and perplex, and when he uses leadership and succeed, you may instead generate a mindless one. Ironically, they got the number right on this card. If a 6 was rolled, you may instead KO a friendly mindless one to heal Baron Mordo or a friendly character named Dormammu 2 clicks. So another way to heal Dormammu.
2 clicks.
Yeah. He has 2-point lines, 75 and 40. He has the mystical team ability. Starts off with a little move and attack, running shot, penetrating psychic blast, single target, 6 range. And then he has defend, super senses, and toughness. And he also has the leadership and perplex that we already talked about. Can't bust stealth, but he can generate. And that's a rare. Next, we'll go uncommon.
It's kind of a cool sculpt here.
Yeah, I think so too. It is Roberto Lopez, also known as Reptile, not Reptile.
Not Reptile, Reptile. I had to look at it twice.
Yeah. Avengers, Young Avengers, Animal Mystical Past. Prehistoric transformation. At the beginning of your turn, you may turn a reptile to click 1, 2, or 3. Well, guess what? He's 3 clicks long. So you get to choose what click you want. 1 click has flurry. 1 click has charged blades. 1 has hypersonic precision strike. They all have toughness, and they all have shape of the change. He does have 2 targets, but 0 range, and he's 40 points. He also has a primeval healing factor, but honestly, he's probably going to get 1 shot. But if he would be KO'd by an opposing effect, you may roll a d6, 4 through 6, turn him to click 1. Sounds all right.
50%.
That's a 50-50. Either it's going to happen or it's not.
Everything's 50-50.
That's right. And we already checked that dude out. Now it's like...
That is the same exact skull.
It is the same exact skull. However, this is definitely a conflict of interest.
How did they survive in this?
I don't know how they came in the same pack. It must have been awfully cold in there.
There it is. It's their first cap.
Yes. Steve Rogers.
The Steve Rogers.
The Steve Rogers. Avengers. Howling Commandos, Invaders, Shield Pass Soldier. Traded Energy Shield Deflection and Leadership. Those who oppose his shield must yield. Did they spell yield right?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah.
All right. For me, it's for some reason, I think the I and the E should have
I
been
get that
flipped.
wrong too.
He has
That's why I had
running
to
shot, toughness, outwit.
I'll stick to the math.
There we go. He's 9 clicks long for 90 points, or 5 clicks long for 45. He gets charge, quake, combat reflexes, and ends with flurry, willpower, close combat, expert. And then we got his arch enemy, real name, Nikolai Krylenko.
Volkov?
If you say his name, you're going to sing the Russian national anthem.
I only do that on Tuesdays.
Only on Tuesdays. Winter Guard soldier, it is the Red Guardian.
Don't blink or you won't even know that it's different.
That's right. He is 50 points. He is 6 clicks long. Starts with running shot, and leadership, and has a special defense power, energy shield deflection, invulnerability. And once per game, when Red Guardian or an adjacent friendly character would be hit, they may evade the attack instead. Just, it misses. And that doesn't say close or range. It just says an attack. And he has that to start and end his dial. He does get some back dial close combat expert, and he also gets some charge, and then he ends with some leap climb.
That would be a Red Guardian.
Red Guardian.
We're down to 2 packs.
I think we're getting better at this. I feel like we're just moving along.
Yeah. Where's the chase?
I don't know. But I do know what I've just pulled.
Apocalypse.
That ain't Apocalypse, homie.
Yeah, I know.
Huh?
I see a Duke.
It took 8 to get 1. Now we got another Captain
9
America.
to get 2. I don't know who that is beside him. I'll find out, I guess. I know a couple of those characters.
He's definitely representing the red, white, and blue. That's for sure.
I see that.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So Cap. We got Cap down.
All right, Cap down.
Who we bring to the party next?
We might need to call an exterminator for this one. It's Manus.
Oh.
Real name? Unknown.
Various.
Nope, unknown. Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic, and Martial Artist keywords. Also has a rally dice, which is friendly attack rolls that have a 2. And you can remove one of Manus's rally dice to remove an action token from a friendly character within range and line of fire. And she has a 4 range. She is 25 points. She is 4 clicks long. She also has Incapacitate.
25 for 4.
25 for 4. And that actually, Incapacitate has a minimum range of 6. The irony. So she could dual target incap 2 people up to 6 squares away, and starts with Perplex. So if you want to go that route, she'll have an 11 attack, potentially, or an 18 defense. Or, who knows? She also has the Guardian's team ability, which her combat values can't be modified by opposing character effects. Yeah. She does get some mind control, precision strike. She has super senses her whole dial, but she's 25 points.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, I think that is pretty good. If we go to this next.
The rally looks pretty good too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We got the All-American American coming up next.
The All-American American.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Elijah Bradley is actually the first super soldier, I believe.
Oh, was that the one on the TV show?
It predates Captain, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I've been mistaken before.
Not often. Or not often today.
Not often today. I believe, I don't know. Maybe before I say it, I want to put up a disclaimer. I'm not 100%, but I also believe this dude's also black.
Well, if that was the one from the Falcon, the TV show.
Yeah, the show I didn't watch.
Yeah.
Okay. He has Defend and Leadership. It says Young Avengers Assemble. He also has Charge, Quake, and Toughness, and back dial he gets Leap, Climb, and Power. He's 40 points, he's 5 clicks long. He also has the Avengers team ability. Not bad. Let's see if I don't see anything better than the tuna melt, but you can you can share. This dude's up next. It's the old director of S.H.I.E.L.D., real name Nick Fury.
Kind of like that skull.
Yeah.
Old Nick.
He's got Avengers, S.H.I.E.L.D., and Spy keywords. He also has improved targeting, hindering, He has traded leadership, and if he uses it and succeeds, he may instead generate a shield operative on click 1, or if a 6 was rolled, you may generate a Maria Hill.
Oh.
So that's cool.
So that seems to be a theme in this one.
Yes, as long as there isn't a friendly one already
Yeah.
on the map. He has 3 clicks at the back of his dial with regeneration, super senses, and willpower, which I kind of like that. And then he has top dial, running shot, and perplex. Back dial, he has stealth and outwit. And of course, he has the shield team ability.
And 6 for 50.
6 for 50. Right in line. Okay. We got a super rare. We got a super rare, Joe. From the Black Order. Eternal minions of Thanos, cosmic deity, rulers, and scientists. Real name, Thanos. Not Apocalypse.
I get them confused.
I do too.
All right.
He also has another trait to upsert eternity. Thanos starts the game with 6 mortal tokens. At the end of your turn, you may roll a d6, decreasing the result by -1 for each of his mortal tokens. If you do, gain mission points equal to the result, minimum of 0. So how do you get rid of the mortal tokens, you say? Because if
How do you get rid of the mortal tokens?
he has an Infinity Gem Apotheosis. Once per game, per event listed below. When that event occurs, remove 1 of Thanos' mortal tokens. Thanos uses willpower and succeeds. Thanos hits an equipped character. A friendly character named Taraxia is KO'd. Thanos heals 2 or more clicks in a single turn. Thanos uses Impervious and succeeds.
I've already stopped listening.
A character's final attack roll is a critical miss. Oh! How about
Mission points.
10 clicks with 3 stop clicks?
I just saw mission points.
Starts off with a natural 20 defense.
Did see that.
Impervious and probability control with running shot and a 12 attack, 2 target, 8 range. Wow, that's a 13-point swing by himself for 5 damage. And he has 3 stop clicks, and he's power cosmic, so you can't outwit him. He does eventually get some penetrating psychic blast, and then back dial he gets steel energy, so he can heal back to his stop click. This is pretty ridiculous. He is 250 points. But he can also create a pod of Taraxia.
Pog your pog.
Oh, when Thanos starts the game, generate a Taraxia bystander. Taraxia has charge, super strength, invuln, and perplex. With the power cosmic on a pog. You can't even outwit the pog. That's pretty silly. But it is Thanos. And he's not an Avenger. I think we go here with that one.
Yeah,
right?
he was there. Well, we got 3 duplicates.
Okay. Well, we'll put them over there. Get these out of here.
We did get a Varius.
You know what we didn't get? We didn't get a chase.
Ah.
Yeah, well. But we got a mindless one. Ooh, this really looks like me. This could be my brother from another mother.
Let's see. Yep, same skull.
Same skull. Sculpt reuse is up at an all-time high for this set. Generic, real name, varies. Monster, mystical, mindless one. That thing has the mystic team ability, so every time it takes damage, you're taking a point of penetrating. It also has plasticity, and it also has empower. It has grasping hands and smothering horde.
That's Joe Daw.
Yeah.
15 points for 3 clicks.
Yeah, we'll take it. And twice on Sunday. Okay, this is it, folks.
Kind of
The last.
anticlimactic.
I know it's kind of anticlimactic, it is,
Yeah.
but it's the last figure in the break. It's none other than Barbara Morse, Mockingbird, Avengers, Shield, Wakanda, and Spy.
Oh, she's Wakanda?
Forever.
I did not know that.
Bow Staff, Pole Vault, Charge, Leap, Climb, Stealth. And other than that, she's 40 points and 6 clicks long. She has Close Combat Expert and Combat Reflexes, her whole dial. She starts off her first 4 clicks with Precision Strike. She has Charge basically on her first 4 clicks, and then she gets Plasticity on her last 2, but she has that special Charge, Leap, Climb, Stealth only on her first 2. But it does give her move and attack. And that's important. Where does the mindless one go? I don't even know anymore. Let's go there.
It was with 3. It wasn't with them. I don't know what you did with the
I
other
don't know.
3.
I don't know. I'll sort it later. You want to put that on the old screen there?
Oh, the old camera here.
The old camera one. Is that card the mindless? Is that this card underneath?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Clear
There
as
we go.
mud. So that concludes today's unboxing, the Halloween edition from your man, the half-baked potato, Slick Tricky Rick, El Capitan of the Guild of Mute Assassins. And if you don't know, our logo's right on the screen.
Oh, it is right there. I missed that.
Yeah, it is. I forgot to mention that
I
today.
gotta remember not to wear my costume next week.
I know.
Wow.
Let's see here. So funny. I did get a text from James. I forgot to tell you. I won the Scott Porter unboxing. I think he paid like $700 for that. That's an expensive brick. Now he did get all the legacy figures and he got but thank God it goes to charity. Because can't you write that off if it goes to charity?
Yeah.
Okay. So hopefully
You gotta make a.
hopefully he takes advantage
You
of
gotta
that.
donate more than that though to make a difference. That's not.
Well, he donated the last time too. I'm sure he's over $1,000 to that Huntington's Foundation between that and the other event. But I did want to quickly run down our events for the
There we go.
remainder of the month.
Do it.
Well, I'm not that quick, nor is my phone. So
Well, next week is the.
it is
the
the
pre-release.
pre-release of Avengers Forever,
Followed by
the release
the release
of Avengers Forever, which, you know, we had an excellent a suggestion today.
Oh yes.
So actually next week we were going to run the tournament at $35 a head. But we are fortunate to have a Lady Phoenix convention exclusive figure in our prize pool.
We do.
So what we're going to do is we're going to reverse butt huckle the $35.
Reverse butt huckle.
Yeah, it's like a shoe booby tuck and run and DDP in the banana patch. And we're going to raise that price to $40, but the winner of next week's tournament will get a much coveted convention exclusive Lady Phoenix figure.
How are we pulling that off?
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, my friend.
There you go. All right. Huh?
And then we also have the following week Avengers Forever again. That will be for $40.
So for those that might be watching on the YouTube, that will be November 6th.
Correct.
Is the Lady Phoenix.
And then November 13th
13th
is going to be the release.
The release.
And that has, you don't have to bring maps that week. Now, next week you will, because it's pre-released and the maps aren't provided. But the following week, maps will be provided. And then there's figures to win as well, limited edition organized play figures that you can only get at that particular
From
church.
the Ashes Gaming in Warnersville, Pennsylvania.
That's right. Beautiful Warnersville, Pennsylvania.
Allegedly Warnersville.
Where we're crazy about gaming.
Yeah.
Because we have a mental health facility right down the road.
The Psychic Warfare Studios, right?
Yeah, the Psychic Warfare is real studios. That's where we're coming to you from, baby. So make sure you show up for those. And then we did push our political scandal tournament to the 20th. And that is constructed, modern, 300 points. All figures on your team either have to have either reporter or politician keywords. And then the final event for November is November 27th. It's Give 'em Pumpkin to talk about, and that's a crazy constructed tournament where it's Silver Age.
Silver Age, we're going back.
We're going back in time. Silver Age, every main force, it's a 5-figure tournament. Every main force will start off with 5 figures. Each figure must have a different rarity tab color. So you're playing 1 common, 1 uncommon, 1 rare, 1 super rare, and potentially 1 chase or limited edition figure. Every character on your team, including sideline, must have the monster or mystical keywords. You're supposed to bring 5 special objects for outside the game elements, and you can only use outdoor maps for that one. But it's Silver Age, so anything from Spider-Man to X-Men, Ten of Swords, storyline, organized play, which is now modern age legal as of 2 days ago.
Or Avengers.
That will be legal as well. So let's say Spider-Man to Avengers Forever.
There we go.
Clear as mud. So
that wraps up November.
That wraps up November. Now, I do want to. We might take the first week off of December, Joe. I hate to disappoint. But PAX Unplugged is going to be in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm about ready to go down there and
Pog your pog.
Pog your pog. And they got battle royals and they got Ten of Swords organized play events where you play the whole organized play event in one day, all 3 months. Or battle royals where they put convention exclusive figures in the prize pool.
Wait. So they were allocating stuff, but at December it's going to be at the convention.
Yeah. And I bet you.
I just wanted to say it out loud to see if it made more sense.
Yeah, okay. And I'm sure they have more than one kit. Just going to go out on a limb. There's also a good high percentage that they're going to sell convention exclusive figures there, which is my real main reason for going.
Yeah, of course they will.
So, since I didn't get to go to Graceland, I didn't get to go to Dragon Con, I didn't get to go to the one in Indianapolis, Gen Con. I didn't go to the San Diego Con. This is my first opportunity as an East Coaster to get those convention exclusive figures at retail price. And with inflation,
How does a convention exclusive have a retail price?
That's a good question.
Like,
It is set by the manufacturer, though. That's all I got.
I don't know.
That's all I got. But, yeah, I think that's it for today. So,
A little over 2 hours here.
woo! Hopefully you're still hanging with us.
I'm fading.
Okay, well then, you know what it's
I'm
time
at the back end of like a.
You know what it's time to do then? It's time to bang, 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 vamonos, vamonos, and call it a day. But thanks to everybody in the stream, and please post comments on YouTube and follow us.
And click the little ding ding button down there. Subscribe.
Subscribe and follow us on all our social media type outlets.
Yes, we'll be there. All right, thanks everybody.